the minute, I'm like, this is the matchup of the day. And then, then I say that about the next one. But this one genuinely could be. Hugo, I've been really looking forward to this. forZe, kind of underwhelming so far. I put high expectations on them, but versus Gambit, who are looking good. Also looking to recover from that L earlier on versus VP. They're out for blood and a fast A play in this pistol. They're already past forZe.
Yeah, right up into that bomb site. Kenzie's tucked in at long. You know Inters is ready to clear it, but USPV Glock, and it's the USP to come out on top. Now more players trying to pincer this guy to stop him setting up for the retake. He's living a long time right now, and Almazer has helped out. He's even being flanked, but now he's back in the bomb site to join his team off of CT. Axel, nice kill, and Shiro's P250 is making a storm up in the site. Open plant, but he is trapped. They chase him down, and he can't get a kill. Hobbit might be able to, though. They just cleared long. They've already read it though. Quick tap, but Hobbit will finish the first, and Jerry's dead as well. Hobbit to close the round. Just got there late from the toilets. Not enough to find Kenzie, but enough to win the 1v2. And that's Gambit with a pistol.
Yeah, they're going to hit the ground running here. I like, Kenzie waiting late and long. You thought maybe that was going to be enough to try and pull it through. also gets that double coming in, but Hobbit steals it all away. And you can see the disappointment for forZe. They know that they had that one right where they wanted them, really, but that's the clutch effect of a guy like Hobbit. We've already seen what this guy's capable of when left to his own devices. This round, he's tagged up early by the scout. Really far from ideal. Don't sleep on Zorti. This guy is a bit of a menace. Ooh, and there's Kenzie to open up. Jerry will fall down at Monster, but he's done a lot of damage. He's brought these players down low, which compounded in with that scout tag earlier on. They are the walking wounded on the side of Gambit, going in to a stacked B bomb site. Now, with so much time left, they don't have to commit to this. They don't gotta go if they don't want to go, and waiting on that smoke fade. You're very, very thankful that Kenzie was able to get out of there.
Oh. The longer they wait, the more forZe doubt, and it's all a mental game at this point. forZe have to convince himself that it's always going to be B, but Salty actually fakes some footsteps back out of the bomb site. He stays. I stay. Smoke in heaven. But nothing happening off the back of it, making it look again like a fake, and the smoke missed anyway. Oh, forZe, you got to give it to them. Balls of steel to not move a muscle, to hold on still. And they are right in their assumption. Gambit are recommitting with 25 seconds. Nafany out Monster. No flash to do it. There's the only one. It's over. Flit is going to drop the AK out in the open. Grabs it as well. Yoink. And the rest of Gambit goes scarpering up, connected with 15 on the clock. No room for error. They need to kill Almazer. And even then, you're asking for a lot to go right. I don't think they realize he's still here. Hobbit needs his frag, and he doesn't get it. There wasn't time anyway. Didn't think so. Now you know so. This round is done. And it's all for forZe.
Yeah, they steal that one away. Coming with a response immediately. A lot of it, on the back of that early damage, forcing the slowdown out of Gambit. They looked for solutions up on that A site, leaving Shiro all alone at B, but then that just hangs them out to dry when the round ends and you're left looking like fools. Not the anti-eco that Gambit wanted. And now the Force by wars are afoot.
Yeah, Mac-10s and Tech-9s running into the B side today. Had a lot of that in the previous game. Spirit and Entropic also going the distance. forZe heavy set Monster side yet again. No surprises here. Gambit, they've been worked today to the bone, with double overtime against VP as well. No easy feat. Flash over short, gonna get them in. Kenzie's not blind though, and he's able to stop them right at the tracks. 2 kills, 3 before he's finished off, and it sure is Mac-10 to make things weird. Plant is tough, and Zorti will not allow it. Smoked, done nothing about it. Scout from heaven to close the round, and we get out with guns as well for forZe. So they keep it not clean, but they're happy they get 2 AKs or 2 rifles out, and that's guaranteed the eco for Gambit. Or at least it should.
Yeah, a little mid-grouping, a little flock of Gambit players. Ooh. And Hobbit's already caught a meaty nade. You know, it's meant to be clean. It's meant to be decisive for forZe in this round. So anything you can get away with is brilliant. Really not much love to be found for Gambit in this one. Okay. Shiro will get laid to rest, thankfully. I was scared he was about to have a big Deeg moment. Instead, traded after one. Still, you've removed a full-bought player from the round for your low investment. Jerry's now hunting them down and will come to regret that. Even more damage getting done, despite it just being the Glocks. And, you know, 3 alive. That's not as clean as you would have liked for forZe. You got to take the small victories, Hugo.
Yeah, you know, a bit of money away, taken away from the bank accounts, but no one's complaining. You get the round at the end of the day, and you're one step closer to that victory lane. This one means everything for forZe, right? Knocking out of contention by losing this game, and even then, winning it might not be enough. But taking down Gambit, damn, that's going to feel good. We're early days, though, and as we've seen from Gambit, they love to long out a series, even if it isn't to go their way. The 15-8 comeback to double overtime against Virtus Pro did eventually fall there, though. All part for forZe, right? We just had an underwhelming CTAWP performance from Elian. Dexter lived up to the hype, but forZe, man, this guy is an absolute beast. Well, so is Elian. But maybe we'll get to see it in this game. Run boost. Oh, he misses the flick. Still a player tree. They have no idea. Caught out. Shiro's gone. Trying to get that trade is Inters, but you don't want to swing out into the AWP either. Oh, quick spot. You know you're getting hounded, but Nafany's in no hurry, and the shadow will give it away. Molly, you got to go in front of it. Oh, it's awkward for Nafany. It's not what he wanted, right between the fire and the bullets. And now Gambit 3 on 5. If this was VP, they'd save. Or Gambit make any other decision. Pretty locked out right now, and you don't have a lot to play with.
Yeah, back to the drawing board. You know, what's the solution going to be here?
Yeah.
That's not much of a solution.
Someone had to win a fight.
Yeah, right. Like you need anything at that point. And now, yeah.
Yeah. Unless you want your loss.
Op of Zorti's posted up here, so don't want to be the guy going around short. Someone's got to if you want to get in. You don't envy them. You don't envy them at all. And even if Zorti misses, the beauty of this is this little bait and switch setup. Rotations have been called for forZe as well, so Zorti isn't the only line of defense here. 1 kill for Inters, but will they check truck? That's the whole design of the round. And they hunt down Axal and Inters, locking in that 4-1 lead, keeping 4 alive as they do it. That's more like it for forZe. That's nice, it's clean, money banked up. And when these opening fights aren't going their way, you know, we're getting kind of a classic CIS treatment. You know, you'll get used and abused for the first few fights of the round, and then past that, no one's giving you a damn thing. And that's why we saw Hobbit feeling the pressure as he was. Jerry, look at this aggro. Oh. Madman. Mental. Oh, he's seen a foot.
Oh, was that worth it?
Yeah, that info goes both ways, Jerry.
Oh, no, he's trapped in the swings.
Oh, Jerry.
How?
Doubles up, that's fine, mate. It's child's play for Jerry up in the playground.
Yeah, you take that, given how it started. Flit's got to watch his back, though. They've got a gun. He's going to hear them run. Oh, my God. Flit not activating. Okay, yeah, he misses timing, sure, but now he knows where they are. They have no idea. Knife out. Bye-bye, Inters. 180 for Shiro, who he knows is still near about, and cleaned by Almeza. We're getting a good game out of forZe right now. It was only an eco for Gambit at the end of the day, but they make sure they don't get out with guns, nor any tomfoolery. Very awkward for Jerry getting flashed off here, but he lives. He tells the tale. And good vibes for forZe. You hope Gambit are in the same vein, knowing how important this game is for them as well.
I mean, mate, yeah, if they manage to win this, right, suddenly they're up at 2-2 alongside Gambit. That's kind of crazy, you know, like, that's a real turnaround. And we could end up in a situation where like it's VP and forZe or VP and Diare going through in theory.
Yeah, well, right now VP are playing Indy, so and winning, although it's not done. So that would be good for VP. Almost confirmation, I imagine, at that point. Well, definitely confirmation going 4-0. With no other flawless teams left in the group. Fast into B though, Gambit are all over this site. It's a short war to take, and even though they get the kill, they lose all control, and they never knew about kenzie. And forZe just smoked them off. They go, you want the site? Have it, because they don't have the bomb. Look at Zorti, he's on it.
That is like an incredibly interesting and an odd little B-hold. You kind of gave them so much of the site and lulled them into a real false sense of security.
Oh, nice shot.
That's nice for Shiro.
The flank.
Yeah, it's Almeza who's got this round in the palm of his hands. Oh, that's just this little thing called the bomb, and there it is, dropped, cut loose. They know that Hobbit's likely let loose in this B bomb site was the guy holding down for that bomb to rotate in, and there's really not a lot he can hope to do here. kenzie chases him down and locks in a 6-1 lead for forZe.
Yeah, that's a really nice B play there.
I loved how they were playing B just there, man. Like, it was really odd, you know, like, Gambit are all the way up in it, and they're, like, running through B, like, where is everybody?
Yeah, they just thought it was so free, they'd never even checked Graffiti. Back turned to kenzie in that position. Certainly one way to do it. And forZe just go, yeah, you want B, have it. Smoked off at sandbags. That was a CT smoke down. They keep the B site open for business. But then they shut the outer gate on them.
Yeah, it's like a pub lock-in. But
against your will.
Yeah, like you don't want to be there. And it's not a pub, it's an empty warehouse.
And there's sewer water everywhere. All right. Are Gambit a little bit exhausted, a little bit frazzled from their double overtime affair?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of think they might be because, like, while everyone else has been playing BO1s today, you know, they kind of essentially played a full BO3 out. It's what it felt like. It was a very long game versus VP earlier on.
Yeah, for forZe, it's been a few hours. They, you know, they play VP as well. Oh, sorry, no, they played K23 earlier. Their VP game's tomorrow. So they had some time to chill out. Nice shot for Zorti to start, and he gets out alive with no punishment. Gambit are not going to get given much, right? We go from these hyper-aggressive rounds for forZe where they're taking Party and Fountain, they're taking B short. Now they're back in the bomb site, anchoring. Zorti has a rifle with him. Almeza with the cover. Zorti jumping, looking for a pick. And he's even got a molly to cut Gambit in two when they try and commit to A. Or at least stop the bomb plant, right? Just right-click it over the dice. Gambit are grouping now up, connect it into A, and Zorti is just frothing, foaming at the mouth at the prospect of eco kills.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you be? Why wouldn't you be? Everyone loves him. We all hate to admit it, but we all love him. Flash goes over, Zorti off the angle for a moment, and that shot lets them get ever closer. With each shot that misses is a second off of Zorti's clock. Oh, Meza hiding in the smoke. Ow. Zorti's good for a double, but his teammate does fall. There's this flank up through Con. It's not one, but two players here. Flit going through,
dirty.
And he denies the round for Gambit. Quick little flick between Bank and Truck, and Gambit are out of luck. 7-1. The dominance continues.
He was so sure there was a player at Bank as well. He didn't even come out looking at the bomb. He came out looking at the cover. Great work from Flit. And Zorti gets two. Like, I don't know how he gets two there. Yes, Almeza going through the smoke is pretty crazy there, just hoping for whatever he can. But even with that little mistake, even with that little mess up caught by Gambit, they won't go far with the guns. forZe just collapse on them. Retake's looking good as well as the site holds.
Another timeout used for Gambit. I mean, this is showing that they're feeling the pressure, right? This isn't one of these situations either where you're left going, yeah, you know, these are almost working. These are always, you know, almost our rounds. No, they're not even close a lot of the time.
Raffinio and 8.
Yeah, that's never good. You know, Hobbit's been getting away with very little on his lurks that oftentimes Gambit is so reliant on. And not really a weak link in sight for forZe. Everyone's had their moments. Everyone's held their own.
Almaze is tucked, but he's got a teammate top con. Could get a bit weird. Zorti's back isn't open. Oh no, do they check? Yes, but the timing. Almaze swings as Hobby goes for the clear. Could not get more unlucky.
Hey, this round is mental. It's like forZe have all in fighting for Connector. In the one round that Gambit tried to take this con control.
Like 5 players playing.
Yeah,
right?
2 at top con, 2 outside over towards water, and a guy in Connector. Like, it's insane. Now the B play's coming in, and the rotation is back in the perfect second. Nice. You couldn't have timed that better. Bomb now dropped, round in the palm of your hands. What could go wrong? Ooh. Oh God, Shiro. Why'd I ask?
Yeah, Shiro's here, careful that. Inter's coming back down Connector, but no kills for him. He's got to silently shuffle through B short. Shiro's trying to get the bomb back. They've given it up. They've said, you want it, you can have it, but it's a long way back to the A site. And even then, getting it is going to be quite the task. He needs Inters to come in with the cover, ready to trade. Good spacing for Gambit, considering the different positions, but almost caught by the timing. Instead, he's going to clear Almaze manual mode. Smoke down on the site, swaps to an AK. Shiro never afraid to get his hands dirty and find another entry. He can't get it, but Inters has a lot of space. He needs this kill quickly. He's trying to get the rotate off first, but it's not offering up. So instead, just take that frag while you got it. Molly in heaven. He might swing through. Flit doesn't care. Full faith at 8-1. You could see that coming.
Right, yeah. Oh, dude, it's such a shame as well because, like, you don't... You know, normally, you might hold that Molly for a second, but with only, 10 seconds left, you don't actually have the time.
Don't know where he is.
Exactly, right? You're throwing it in heaven, but you don't know he's heaven. He could be anywhere. And so that's why you're just tunnel visioned on getting that bomb down while maybe you have the chance, while you have the Molly in heaven. And Flit was never going to give you the respect, was never going to give you the room. Jeez, Hugo. I mean, this was not what I expected out of this one. Even if you came into this going, forZe have got a chance, I don't think you were envisioning an 8-1 with only the pistol to Gambit's name. Like, put it in that context as well. They won the pistol, they lost the conversions, they've lost every round since.
Ooh, drop quick. Yeah, don't want to get caught on the tippity top of the wood. Back to a B take, double con Harry. It's nothing new for forZe, so they can pop open the door. They've smoked deep con. It lets them fight Gambit from both sides. They might even pop all together at the same time, but in fact, Gambit are coming to them. forZe shuffle out to safety for now, but this contact play could be good for Gambit. Quick flash, and they're all blind. Nafany doubles up, goes from 0 to hero in this round, and that's the B site crumbling. That might just be a save. As good as your money is, your positions are not. And that front con smoke thrown by Gambit locked forZe out of their plan. They wanted to split B short from door and from sandbags at the same time, but they got denied by utility. And then Gambit waltz into B and steal the round away. Great round out of Gambit. Can they build upon it?
Yeah, sometimes it is just finding that first to break the streak and give you a kind of sigh of relief. That's the big worry. And, we've seen that countless times where a team will be getting bodied. I mean, I shouldn't need to remind you about a certain team's 8-0 lead earlier on today over Na'Vi, right? Admittedly, different teams here. But, mate, Gambit, second best in the world, right? It's like mini Na'Vi. You can never write them off. And, breaking the momentum now and hoping to build a bit upon it, still a chance they can finish off this half in a recoverable spot. Critically as well, you highlighted Nafany, 0 to hero. That is very, very applicable. Hugo, he literally 0 kills, comes in with the...
That's actually why I said it.
That's why you said,
right? Because he had no kills, and I said 0, and then he got 2, so that makes him a hero, right? You get it? You get it?
Wow,
you get it? You get the joke?
Yeah.
No way.
That's why I explain them.
Yeah, that's actually, I think it makes it funnier. That's what they say.
Yeah.
The joke's half as good until you have it explained.
Give a breakdown of why it's
even
funny.
If you already understood.
Because here's why I'm funny, guys. Yeah. Jerry, in with the first, back in the playground again.
still going to be a B pop though. Gambit are just going through Monster. They like the contact result from last time. The flash goes over. Kenzie's blind. Oh, they only half check him. Hobbit goes back for more. Double dips. Second serving, and he gets 2 kills, as does Axar. The B site is theirs, the round as well. And this could be the second coming of Gambit. No strangers to a comeback. Did you watch them play VP?
This is kind of an odd feeling game so far.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a lot of defaulting in the sense of, like, nothing's really happening in, like, the mid-round, right? You're not, like, vying for a lot of map control.
It's the early round
just
and
like,
it's the round.
Yeah, it's like, well, Group B, we'll, like, throw...
We'll either all die or we'll all kill.
We'll throw, like, no utility, and then we'll go in, and it'll work, or it won't. And that's kind of where we're at right now, you know? I don't know. It just feels odd. It's like rounds are happening, but without any of the usual telegraphing that the round is about to come in.
You want some spice?
Yeah?
This will include some spoilers if you guys, you know, want to mute.
If you don't want spoilers, mute the stream now.
It's coming now. VP just lost to Indie IRA, 16-14. That spices up the group.
Oh my God!
I know, crazy. Gives VP their first loss as well, and it also means that Indie IRA are now 3-1. This is Davcost, FYI, if you're wondering. Oh, who's this team? That's Davcost and the boys. Flowy and Hurt Frisk, Railway, and X5G7V. Everyone's favorite easily said name. Who really should have thought about his branding, but what do I know? Maybe add some O's to that. I'm going to have to ask how do you pronounce that when we cast them. But yeah, now 3-1 is VP and NDRA, and Gambit would really need this win. Otherwise, they likely get knocked out by NDRA in like head-to-head. Obviously, depends how everything else goes, Harry. But this win for Gambit means a lot. Still more games to be played tomorrow, but something to keep in mind. zorzi, you're screwed, mate. Nothing with him. Close as a flash fades. Almeida backstabs, and Hobbit, he's been on one, Harry. He called him out. He's been on the entry game ever since. Doubled up in both bomb sites now. The A site is theirs. Hobbit waits for the flank, but he is dead to Kenzie. That gives a way back in on this retake. Unless you drop B.
Yeah, I mean, everyone is coming from the flank.
Yes,
It's a Gambit go, oh, you're flanking us, are you? Well, what if we flank you? And now forZe are flanking them. It's a battle of the flankers, ladies and gents, flashing through the short side.
They need the pond. They've lost a round.
Dropping it just in time, and there's the lineup.
They fell off the box.
Well, it's flanks on flanks on flanks, and at the end of the day, forZe come out ahead.
Like, he hit the railing. I don't know if he fell. It looked like he fell by accident. If he wrapped the railing and tried to plant like for heaven and behind default, he had cover. It was doable, but like that's not even a bad call for Gambit. They had time to do it. forZe just realized so quickly here, right? I think it was Inters there who just fell off the box, but they had time for that play. And like we talk about the dangers of, you know, planting truck and playing for CT. I mean, playing for CT is nice, but yeah, I actually like that call for Gambit. But forZe is so quick to realize, wait, they have A and they haven't planted. What's going on? That's crazy. 9-3, and forZe, they're full of surprises today.
I mean, you know, at this point in time, these guys don't even really know how important this match has become with Indie IRA beating VP, right? Like,
Coach is leaning over the shoulder and just, guys, or not. But yeah, this is a little scary now for Gambit, especially as the score gets more and more one-sided. Yeah, you're. Ooh, that's bonkers.
What?
And that's Hobbit as well. That's a guy who's been at the forefront of these opening kills for Gambit.
Do it again. Boom. Screw it, do it again.
You can't, there's no one there, Harry.
No, he'll do it again. It's just on a delay.
Okay. Caster's ahead of the game now.
Look at this from Kenzie. Oh, Exile waiting for it.
What a
Kenzie,
nerd.
yeah. That's when he's still in T-Sport.
Oh, for God's sake, guys.
All right, zorzi, mate, we need someone to do it, and why not do it again?
Hate to have to do him like this. Sometimes the deed must be done. Someone's got to damn do it, but do they check the corner is the question. Almeida doesn't matter, and this 5-on-3 is slipping away. zorzi's, guys, stop pushing. I got these openers, chill. Now they smoke their way out. They know there's orbs in the A side. They don't want to be up on the chopping block. Running out B, Axel. Have they heard him? Jerry might have. Nate going in. Axel's tucked. Oh my God, Flick has no idea.
So weird.
He's gonna find him though. It's a trade. It will still do. The molly came from B short, so they know where Shiro is. That will still keep Zorti on A. He can finish what he started. You said he's gonna do it to him, Harry. Let's see.
Yeah, Zorti, do it again. Woo! Number three! Number three!
There's a molly there.
There is a Molotov, so he's got no choice but to do it again. In he goes. All up close. Shiro to beat. Oh! No scope, baby! Shiro with one. Just Flit left to beat. He's trying to style on him. He's trying to knock him out, but Flit will find the round. And it's double digits for forZe.
Damn, son, where'd you find this? 10-3? This is excellent for forZe. And this is Gambit getting roasted right now. On a spit. Apple in the mouth.
Is that it?
Yeah.
That is kind of what you do, right?
Gave me a look.
You can put like, do they do like with turkeys, like stuffing?
Yeah, sometimes they put like, do they put oranges? Did they put another fruit, not just apples?
They put oranges in
or is it
the
limes
arse or something.
Oh God, yeah, it's like lemons or something.
Because you want the arse of it to taste a little citrusy, I've heard. So
Gotta get your vitamin C somehow.
oh,
I don't vitamin C the reason for it. Good nade. And moving swiftly on. forZe have read wrong. They've almost moved 3 up. Luckily, Zorti stays down on that lower bomb site. Gambit, they love a B execute. Hey, they were confident in their overpass. They may have first banned it last series, and now we're probably seeing why. Willing to play it over Inferno, and could that be their undoing, especially with Zorti in the site? He doesn't miss a flick. Zorti is the flick. Jerry's gone over the barrel. Gambit are trapped out. Oh, they hit some. They heard the tags, and Inters finishes the job. Dig through the smoke. Nonetheless, it's not getting any easier. Jerry hops and weaves like a butterfly, like a bee into the water. Shiro's got an entry. Who needs the primary weapon? Still another barrels man. Kenzie spotted, and Jerry comes in to bail him out. Low HP finished off, and Nafany in the clutch. Could be that hero again. 2 frags. He wants to leave, but instead it's a monster reset or a fake of it. He goes in the water, trying to activate the bug. Now, Almeza might be scared of Monster after all. It looks like he is. That gives Nafany the chance with a smoke fade, and he can't see through it. That hurts 1 second later, and that's a fully dissipated smoke. Instead, it's disappointment for Nafany. Nice try.
yeah, damn good effort, but yeah, not meant to be. You know, you thought after catching that swing, you know, that double swing attempt from Jerry and Co is going to be enough. But yeah, dude, it's just, you know, the coin flip of the smoke fade.
And there's the A1S as well, right? Like, you don't even see the traces. You can't even hit, like, some reaction, you know, cerebral flick. You just have to accept it. I don't even know where I'm dying from. Nice try. And Almeza was looking at Monster as well. He fell for that. Whether he heard the water or not, he thought the reset was coming in.
Yeah, this like begs the question, you know, like Gambit, we said they might be running on empty. Well, forZe, you know, you want to know how they can solve the fuel crisis, mate?
Ow.
Jerry can. That's how.
Ah,
Hey.
nice. He got there.
Look, Zorti with the AWP. He's wrecking them again.
Jerry.
He loves it. He's up in the front lines, leading from the front. There's the ramp for Flit. And he takes 1 to the grave with him. It's a 4-on-2 to close it. Bomb down over here at short. And Zorti, who hasn't missed a beat yet, I can't imagine he's keen to miss this one.
Not this beat, Harry.
Most definitely not. Oh, he does miss it. And then dies. So why would I even say it? Jerry holding the smoke, but someone beats him to it. Almeza through that smoke has removed another. Smokes and the A1S go hand in hand for this guy. Axel, 20 points of health, dead on a swing. Surely Kenzie's up in the same spot, and they were never ready for it. 12-3,
wow.
A monumental game for forZe, and one that now, with the news of this VP match going against them, is really looking to put this group into disarray.
Running across the tiller, I'm going. Okay.
Two. I think they're looking at me, Rush. Yeah, they are.
Okay, I'm coming. Oh, water. Nice. I'm gonna go left towards radio, okay?
Where?
Radio. That's where I'm gonna go.
Remember what you see?
One more here. Oh my god. This guy looks stacked, dude.
Where is he?
He looks pretty good, man. I'm gonna try and see. Dude, I think he's ready.
Wait. Hold up.
Put them all on him.
I want to firework him out to water. You ready?
Yep. Oh, there's 2 people on me. Probably dead here. Backup system if you got it. Okay. Oh, okay.
You got it.
Shifting around on the coast. Okay, I'm going for the last guy then. He moved. Oh, here now. Yeah, nice. Yeah. Oh, one guy there with armor, so that must be one of them. Yeah, 2 at the C container here. Last 2 guys. Nice. Easy. Shame he scouted while I was in the zone. Don't know what they were doing out the zone. Alright, I'm going. Wish me luck. Nice.
Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah, go for that one. Alright, I'm doubling now. He's down there on it.
Behind the tree.
Yeah, I got him.
Alright, well I got a Gambit there.
Bloodstained flag. Open road and nomadic plans.
Well, we were surprised when we ended up on Overpass, and this is maybe why forZe with a very convincing lead over Gambit. You know, while we've credited Gambit in their resilience, their ability to come back, turning it around from a 12-3, well, that would require something different altogether. forZe, they are just a pistol round away from running away with this matchup.
Yeah, Gambit have been good in pistols today, but not so much in conversions, and that's really not the room for error that you want to be hearing at this point in the matchup. They need a near flawless comeback on the CT side, and this group is getting very scary indeed. Exo, a must-win fight. Dropping a man in middle. Rest of forZe outside of B with the exception of Flit, who is having a bit of a banger right now. Clearing Con, got a lot to do. Even if he gets one, there's an instant trade expected. Nafany, oh, double face. Oh, he saw Hobbit on the wiggle. Flit, maybe doubling up here.
Oh my God!
Flit. He can't find the third, but in meantime, forZe have taken the MTB bomb site.
He just hit like the 2 most redonkulous shots, and then like the one guy on the dude just in the same place. Like that's the one that eludes you. Always the way. Oh, Mazer and Kenzie getting aggressive, but will they come to regret this? They need to double up. Oh, Mazer doesn't want to overextend. Jerry's now joining him, and Shiro's getting out of there, instead rooting up through Heaven. Now sees that that bomb is planted open. Surely the penny's going to drop, right? That I cannot give up Heaven, because if I do, this is getting stolen. But he's dropped into the site.
No idea.
He's dropped in, and they're both up here. Flash for the peak. They're on the bomb. Jerry, you got to get them off, and he will. Nafany trying to defuse it as well, just hoping he can stick it. Oh my God, I don't like how close that was. But it is a forZe round, and they're teabagging, and it's all mates at the end of the day. 13-3. And Nafany did say the Gambit have the best overpass in the world. Well then, forZe must have the best overpass in the universe.
From another planet entirely. This is unbelievable, though, for forZe. You wonder if Gambit just used all their juice in the earlier game. And yeah, what else can you really do at that point? The bombs stick, and even Shiro just misreading that situation, dropping out of Heaven. No one even considering that one, let alone both players, could be walking your CT. You just saw them there.
This could be like a real knock-on effect of exhaustion, right? We already heard from Gambit how like a few of the guys aren't feeling too well today, and like combined with the VP game being the longest game so far, you know, that could end up hurting them in the long run. But Axel and Shiro want to make us reconsider. They're going to deal with these comp players as well, tagging them up. Shiro's Deagle is tearing through, and it's the little 1-2 punch over in middle. It's going to steal that away for Gambit.
Yeah, I mean, that's one way to do it. That will wipe the sweat off your brow, but it all feels very temperamental at this point in the game. 13-4. And as good as Gambit's comebacks have been, forZe love a bit of overpass and have more than enough room to show us why. Deagle armor, that's all you can really do. You don't get a lot of money after you lose that bonus cash of losing the pistol round. It's just the first loss instead, plus any kill bonus. As forZe left lacking. But we know these Deagles can be dirty in the right hands, and Russians do love a Deag. That much is clear.
A lot of just walking around, chilling out, exploring Overpass. Very passive setup from Gambit. And that's because they know they got these rifles. So it's like, yeah, man, why let the Deagles get close? Not as deadly as they used to be.
Oh, nice spray.
But yeah, it doesn't matter if you just wreck them all. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Not really breaking a... Not really breaking a sweat.
Sweat broken now, but not for long. Oh, this is real nerdy, real sweaty stuff. Running all the way back. It's even being held, funnily enough. Is he going to go B? That's one bridge too far.
I know, Kenzie don't seem to think so.
That's one rotate too long. But he could even plant. I mean, at a certain point they have to realize it, but you don't really want to, even Gambit going, sure, he won't go B. And they're right. He really could have, though. And now Hobbit's turned around, of course. Now he's considering the B play. That gives open room in middle.
Yeah, but, I mean, 15 seconds, he's got to start running, and now they hear the running, and they go, ha, ha, ha. Yeah, nice one, Kenzie.
I would have liked to see them kill him after time, but I know at this scoreline, that's the last thing you're thinking of, but that could have, that was super available for Axile. Just let him run past, but at the same time, stats, always nice, Can't turn them down. Axile and Shiro shut down that round. A pair of them.
Oh, yes, Jerry. One of the finest men that we have to offer. Oh, we're not offering him.
He's not yours, he's ours.
No, he's our Jerry. Just Glocks in this round. It should be a chance for Gambit to build up some money, build up some confidence, try to get a bit more faith going. Because, we've seen them come back from a similar score. Well, is a comeback to a loss a comeback?
Yeah.
To an overtime, yeah, I can give them that. So it's like, we saw them pull back this kind of, downturn in the VP game earlier on.
You've got to give them the benefit of the doubt, number 2 in the world at the end of the day, but ooh, Shiro seems to be feeling it. Backs up against the wall, nothing to lose, may as well win, and he even hit the collat there. Pistol out, any ace for Shiro, give it now. Oh, no, ran out of ammo. That's a bit of a shame. We've had a lot of near aces.
No one's willing to fight with you, of course, when they're all pushing, but the moment you're on for the ace, it's like, oh, don't worry, buddy.
There's one left. Eco, I hear a Glock. Almeida's got a P90. Now, this couldn't possibly let down any team. It didn't let down Spirit. Wait, no, yeah, it did. Are they going to B-rush, Harry? That's the question. I mean, you don't go A with a P90, surely. At worst, you go con. Nafany throws a smoke and he grabs another from spawn. Like that detail. And the P90 is going con.
Okay. Is he going to be able to get away with anything? Oh, door blowing off. It's always spooky with the spam getting exchanged. Oh, Mesa creeping his way up with the P9. Either the brap machine right here. That's not said with proper emphasis, but that's what it's for. Wow. Wow, okay. Okay, Hobbit. He had that corner used against him by Almeza, if you remember, right? And hit the timer, so he tries to do it back to him, and that's how Almeza counters it with the P90. Just leaps at him.
Built different. Free upgrade, little A4. Rare gun to see in this tournament so far. Still 2-2 right now. Boost could grab a kill. Orp is down in water though, so it seems to be safe for now. Monster player moving back, jumping. Dangerous. And kenzie won't remain there forever. Oh, we got popped through the smoke right through the edge. Intos was ready, but he couldn't hit the shot. The FAMAS lets him down, and Jerry rises tools. Shiro, they're on your left, mate. They're all over the site.
Dude, they're all really low. Like, Zorty and Flit, okay, if you're able to deal one of these B players and no one else trades anything back, Gambit probably just save on numbers alone. But with Shiro getting that kill, and even more, like, look at them. Look at all the HP. Zorty's the only healthy guy here. The rest of them are falling apart. They're sewing arms and legs back on in the middle of a combat situation. Nafany up with a swing, will get dealt with by Flit. Low HP don't matter, he's still good for the frag. Axile, there's the lineup. kenzie trades it. Shiro, the AWP, not ideal versus these two low players, but he's trying to make it work. 1v1, Almeza at 2 HP, but it's the lack of kit that's going to come back to haunt him. Almeza's got the round just by staying alive. Ha 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 ha. Shiro's going to get out of there, tries to save the AWP, and that will at least stay in play, but it's 14 on the board for forZe.
Yeah, I don't know how he lives there. At least keeps something, but not going to be celebrating after that one. Nice round out of forZe. Clean as can be, at least on the entries, right? That was a 4-on-2 post plant that Gambit, you know, they make it very, very close. They give them a run for their money, but at this point of the game, Harry, you needed every round, and already forZe are on the precipice of success. And remember, this event started very badly for forZe after day one. They went 0-2 against teams you could argue they shouldn't. It looked like they were having a rough time of things, but hey, we've been impressed enough that, you know, Indy IRA, for example, who were one of those teams to take down forZe, as did Unique. Again, you can make that argument that it's not to be expected. Right now, forZe owning quite the recovery story. Shiro, he's putting the AWP to good use at least. Being Flit, who's been the top performer of forZe in this game. And this buy is pretty weak anyway. In terms of utility, you got one flash left. You're going to go right through Monster. And kenzie does get an entry. Shiro's backed up to safekeeping. Hobbit re-aggressing, and Shiro does the same, but they're already up past him. He doesn't know about Hobbit, so Shiro will save his life before it's a problem. Hobbit tucked in, they still have no idea. Almeza should be dead, and Hobbit makes it so, as Shiro just styles in this game. Like, look at his KD. He is 27-14. Gambit have 7 rounds to their name. This CT side, he's had huge impact ever since bringing out the AWP, even in rounds that they lose. It's not all kills, but damn, he got some kills, Harry.
Yeah, man, he's trying to do everything he can to keep them in this. Like, it kind of is a bit of a two-man show right now over on the Gambit side, but mostly we're looking at Shiro to be the difference maker. It's always scary as well when the AWP is so essential to success, right? If your money gets robbed away, even in a costly round, you could end up forfeiting that.
They lose this. Oh, obviously, they're not going to. Famous last words, but they shouldn't. Yeah, you won't have a follow-up.
I always like the responses. When they see the pistols are out, they just, you know, largely fall back and play the bomb sides. Of course, as I say, the Axel walks all the way up long and leaves himself right here to fight the pistols, but he should be fine. He's got support from inside the site from Shiro's AWP, and he holds on for the first. Axel trying to ascend to the same kind of scoreline as Shiro. Good for 2, but Shiro's going to pepper some more shots downrange. And now you've been flanked up through Con. Any hope of finding anything, even with the scavenged M4, pretty much out the window. This should get locked in by Hobbit. Locked in. That's a good old locketing right there, if I've ever seen one.
Ouch. We've all been there. We have all been there. Can't pretend you haven't. You're no better. Have you got a major in your pocket? No, didn't think so. Talk less. But you hate to see that, because now it's made this round very weird for Gambit, right? forZe could do something with it. Okay, random smoke should just land nowhere, and if you see that, you go, yeah, they've just faked out B. You're still leaning B, though. Monster Man, who's not looking away and not checking that smoke, and a Heaven player who never saw it. You're still not worried. Not yet, at least. 15 on the clock. You've got a plan.
They did fumble the Heaven smoke in this exact same way earlier on, so maybe that's having you worried. No. But yeah, it's not worked as well as they thought, has it? They're trying to kill Flit off the time. They're trying, and they just might, and they could, but they won't. Instead, Shiro wants to hold on to this up. We've already stressed the importance of, if that gets taken away, you could be in for a rough time, especially with how much work he's having to do to even make this viable for Gambit.
Yeah, shooting players with their back turn is just so difficult, especially that back of the head hitbox. But even like predicting the movement of a player who can't see you is so difficult. When they're looking at you, you kind of know either they're standing still because they're taking fights or they're ADing in a predictable way. But when, you know, someone's running around and changing position and they have their back turn, it can be so hard to find those kills, no matter your gun. That and more excuses after the break. Right now, 14-8, and Connect getting taken by kenzie. Molotov going to bounce up, and oh, Axel, that might tick to him. He's seemingly safe for now. Trying to fight in front of it. kenzie runs up and jumps the corner. It's worked before for Almeza, and this time it will for the trade at least. 4-on-4. Flip walks the smoke. Orp up in the bomb site, though. You know Shiro's playing A at this point in the round. Nafany's even coming to join him loudly as well. That will send the bomb back down B. Flit just needs to keep them here. He needs to fake out A. So getting his util in is nice, but he can't do it from toilet. He needs to get in a better position for that. Trying to find a kill instead. We might even have a 2-smoke execute on A. That will really sell things better. Gonna limit you down on lower where you don't have that same utility. But if you can just get a contact flash play into B, you can still win this round. Gambit still 2-2, though not falling for it yet.
Yeah, if Flick gets a kill here to sell this, that would be huge, right? He's a bit freaked out by this close smoke that was dropped, and so he doesn't even commit. You know, you've kept 2 players there. You've got a 3-on-2, soon to be a 4-on-2 down here at B, and that is ugly. Oh, no. Shiro, you've really been the guy. You've been the guy to make all the difference, but this round is one that, even when you're almost 30 kills deep, you know, you can't do anything in. Nafany is already out of there, running for the hills. forZe are on to 15, on to match point. And so after this, you know, if forZe are able to close this out, which it's looking like, it's going to leave VP and IndiRA up in first place at 3-1. And then in 3rd and 4th, Gambit and forZe neck and neck at 2-2.
Yeah, and I guess we have to look at their follow-up matches to see, you know, what's going to be decided there. For, you know, Gambit, they're playing Unique tomorrow, so again, should be a game that they would win on a good day, on a normal day. And for IndiRA, they're playing K23, and like, you know, I actually haven't seen Indy play because we've been just casting other games, but presumably going to be able to win that one would leave them over Gambit. Like it's very much up in the air. Gambit are relying on other people's results.
Also, like the way I look at forZe is like they're a bit of an odd team that can beat anyone, but also can uncharacteristically lose to anyone. Sure. And like I don't even know who I favor in VP's bout, which is versus forZe, by the way. Like there's a world where IndiRA could top the group.
That's terrifying.
Oh, Shiro with the opener. kenzie on the receiving end of that.
And wait, that is, so if forZe beat VP, then we have forZe and IndiRA go through over VP Gambit, possibly. We would have to double check that head-to-head, etc. But there's a world where things get very wacky and weird, whereas in Group A, normality comes out on top. Of course, right now, Gambit, they're just fighting to get through to the major. Winning here, winning this game now, in overtime, they've already pulled a 15-8 to overtime today, would put them in spirit through to the major. But right now, Gambit aren't thinking about that. They just want to get some rounds. Shiro just wants to get some kills. One more would be 30. They'll eventually give it up. Caring close. They could be walking up from the toilet. Instead, they're in the front side. And forZe are about to explode into this stack.
Yeah, stacked with 3 here, and one of those being Shiro. Oh. This is just the only player who it feels like we can actually rely on. He's doing so much right now, I can't put it into words. He might get wrapped from long. Oh, the timing on that, the boost over. Shiro now dead. We need the rest of the gang. Someone like Axel, who is that second man, that second point man for the squad, fighting back as best he can, but he is dealt with. 2-on-3, 20 seconds. forZe, do you even want to go for this? They're kind of doubtful. Yeah, Almaze is out of there already.
I'm surprised by that, to be honest. It would have been nice to see them just go for the damage at least. They've still got the rounds to play with. Jerry's going to play for the AWP instead, knowing at that point the round was unwinnable. But yeah, even if you looked at the scoreboard, that could have hyped you up enough, going like, come on guys, we're better. And they get a smoke spam, they almost won the round. I'm very shocked they didn't go for that. Like, you have so much breathing room. Yeah, okay, it's you know, 15-9 can be misleading.
Well, okay, so on the upside, you took the AWP away. One guy survived. I didn't even see if he was able to grab anything, right? He only had a 5.7. It was the one pistol player.
Imagine he got a gun.
There were guns there, but also they were out in, you know, the eye line of long, so I can kind of understand. I think he did, but still, you know, like when we think about how essential the AWP's been, right? You have just wrecked the Gambit money. So right here, I think forZe were just playing a long game, right? They go, you know what? Instead of all-inning around that we probably can't win, play for damage. Take the AWP out, you know, save that for ourselves so it's a nice cheap upgrade, throw that over to Zorti, and Shiro's got a FAMAS as the guy 30 kills deep. That's what he gets to play with here.
Yeah, CT money can let you down, man. You win a round, but you still are the losers in a way. 15-9 and another chance to close it before things get uncomfortable for forZe. Great game out of Flit and Almaze, two of the OGs of this roster. If I'm Shiro, mate, I'm asking Inters for the A1S, to be honest. Maybe he's not a fan, but, well, he is. But even so. I always wonder about that, like, oh, okay, Almaze, that's one way to do it. Hobbit, he was tucked in the corner again. The battle of Hobbit and Almaze and Connector rages on, but not before Almaze gets a pick onto Shiro through the wall. He never got to play. He never got to say anything in this round, just spammed. And now he's got to rely on his team to pick up the pieces, and they're getting churned up instead. Flit finds Axel. At least Jerry dropped in the meantime. Hobbit is doing everything he can to keep this map and game going on. Kenzie's out monster. Inters don't know, but it goes both ways.
Yeah, Kenzie's so suspicious of the barrels. He must have seen something. Oh my God, Hobbit, you've done it all, man. You've done it all to save this round. The bomb is all the way back in T-spawn. Someone's got to go get it, and no one looks interested. He might have been obsessed with the barrels earlier on, but it still goes unchecked. And Zorti's got to win this by killing. He's got to win it to frags because he can't plant the bomb. 1v1 now, and maybe if he gets his running shoes on him, he's quick. But he could get timinged by Nafany coming down con. That's the weirdness. That's the oddity in this round. That bomb back in T-spawn, and Nafany's like, yeah, mate, if he's not planted yet, he's grabbing something. Hiding back in con. Zorti's given room. Zorti's given a chance with this AWP. Nafany from the short side. Zorti's got to plant. He's got no choice but to plant. And probably dead on trying to plug that in. That right there is why the bomb shouldn't get left in spawn.
It's a good tip. It's a very good tip. Yeah, nice try as well for Zorti, right? Just even chasing down that a B player of Inters in the 2-on-1 rather than going first for the bomb. You know, timing was never good for him, but it's a roll of the dice anyway on where Nafany's coming from. And the fact that he gets in through short probably gives him false confidence that, yeah, this player's probably coming from CT or Heaven or in the water. There's not really much else I can do. You got to gamble, you got to roll. And right now, Gambit, let's not count them out. Let's not doom and gloom it just yet before the cows come home, because Gambit are suddenly getting back in the swing of things. A free ult picked up. Shiro immediately puts it to use, and Axel gets involved as well. This long push against pistols should be free, and Shiro's they're already out party. Axel round is his right now. forZe are about to find out the hard way. Signed, sealed, and delivered. It's out Axel.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Little trigger discipline to find the hat trick, dodge any danger that this round might have represented. I want to get ahead of myself, but this scoreline is getting closer. It's getting closer to a Gambit comeback.
Just one round, guys. How hard could it be? Ooh. Yeah, Jerry's not got the bomb. So, in a world of hurt right now, it's a long and slow rotate for some dead positions. But Jerry doesn't know that.
No, that's the problem, right? Like, for all you know, any one of these deep angles could have a Gambit player in it, and that's not the case, but Jerry doesn't have X-ray, at least I hope he doesn't. So now up onto 11.
Had one too many at the pub.
Yeah. Gambit 4 away from overtime. I really wasn't believing when it was just Shiro, but like, they are making it happen. And also, like, forZe are not a team that are immune to a choke. In fact, I've seen it happen a good bit, right? Where they'll be in pole position, and it's getting that last round, not getting the first 15 that's the problem.
Yeah, the pressure of knowing that you're just about to find so much success and really flip the day on its head after a very slow start to the RMR. 0-2 to 2-2 is the hope. Can they skirt on by? Full monster setup for forZe. 3 players ready to go. Oh my god, one man commits. Jerry, Mad Lad, gets traded though, but it's still a good pick to open up the round, and Flint looks to try and capitalize on it. The nade is nice, but it's nothing to write home about. And really, forZe could full reset and go for, you know, an A attack. I understand them wanting to avoid the AWP. Shiro has come down lower though, unbeknownst to them. Ooh. That's a quick molly for the corner. Pushes them out wide. You want to dodge that. Shiro goes back up just in case. It has gotten quiet. So forZe will be looking to recommit into B later in the round in this 4-on-4. Split 2-2, but Gambit have done, you know, good on their word by holding these bomb sites even without heavy numbers, and they just spotted another man. Will that keep Shiro on A, or will he decide to go to where the action is? It's only one man though. They're about to figure out the hard way that it's in fact many more. Passive setup for Gambit. Let's see how this turns out.
Here comes the push. Barrel's clear by the molly. Olmeza still doesn't buy it. That molly and water going to force some repositions out of the CT. Shiro looking in from heaven. Isn't giving an angle yet, but eventually his time will come, or so you might think. Bomb now down. And a 4-on-4 retake for Gambit. Zorti trying to get crazy with it. The Hobbit's willing to meet him in the middle. Waiting up on the side box, playing the long game. Hobbit drops one out of the round. Zorti will bring it back into the advantage of forZe for a moment. Shiro's still alive, and Axel, it's the 2 heavy hitters in play for Gambit. Tap on the bomb, baits the spam out of Flip, but they're sticking it there on the bomb. 12 for Gambit. And forZe left kicking themselves as each one of these chances just keeps sailing on by with 16 never appearing.
No way, man. Nice try for Zorti. He did everything he could there, right, with that double hold from the bridge inside of the smoke. But then the boost comes up on sandbags, and you know you're not expecting it to just get immediately dropped. Gambit are holding it from heaven, the smoke. But yeah, as soon as you get that kill onto Kenzie, you know that Flit is right there behind the smoke, or at least was second to go. And good stick. Flit just can't find the angle to get them off the bomb, and this is getting frustrating now for forZe. They're going to get a bit, you know, rolled by this one. Another rifle round, another post plant in their favor falls. Gambit, so they just never know when to quit. They never know when to give up. Like, it looked like they was done. It looked sloppy. They got a 3-round half for crying out loud. They were 15-8 down. They still made that VP game overtime, double overtime, falling then. Many rounds in. Well, they don't want to do it twice, Harry. This comeback, they hope to at least have legs on it. At least have a light at the end of the tunnel, and it might. But we still are just seeing majoritarily B-based rounds out of forZe. Oh, we switch things up. Back to top they go. Connector as well. This has been a constant battle between Almeza and Hobbit all half long. It's this time Axel in con, with the orb covering his mid. Axel's actually eventually going to leave. And with the door off, you've got to care this not only spot, but spam as well from Nafany. But they're going to make it up the stairwell at least, and now Axel knows what to expect.
Oh, but they're dropping back down towards B. Now, old habits die hard.
Yeah.
No, not at all in this case.
It's worked, though. They've drawn a third up.
Throwing in this early utility. I imagine they're looking to go just yet. This is, you know, almost like the double fake. You made noise taking connector, you made noise on the rotation up, now you throw one pitiful smoke in towards B, and Gambit are going, well, you know, it doesn't look that suspicious right now. Like, yeah, it's fine. They've smoked heaven, but we heard them go up connector. And so Gambit have kept 3 players on this upper site. Flit on the lurk here again. Largely hasn't been able to find much on these lurks. This round, that needs to change. Shiro, missed shot, and that lets Axile down. Flit's doubled, and suddenly these rotations are about to come through from B. He's in the A-bomb site. Nafany will deal with him. But forZe were rotating up. They were meant to go B. That was the whole point behind this. And now they're taking the bomb onto upper, into the stack. I don't like it, Hugo. Close your eyes, look away. It's all getting weird. It's all getting horrible. It's not clear. It's not clear. Nafany just killed him from here. What's happening? forZe, how have they let this happen? Bomb's going down. kenzie needs, not even given the chance.
I thought surely they were going to go B,
The whole idea was to have Flit lurk, and then he does so well that they go, oh, actually, A's looking great. But it's not.
It's really not, yeah, because that's the thing. Gambit are thinking the same thing. Gambit are thinking they're set up outside of A. They run the rotate immediately as the first couple of kills come in. Because they come in so quickly, Gambit have no one on A. They move everybody up. They leave one guy lower who still finds a kill on a lurker out monster, and then forZe have nothing. They're stuck between both bomb sites with neither, and then they just assume A's clear because they've lost a player to B. It's all over the place. forZe are getting flustered. Gambit should have never won that round. That should have been GG.
That was it. You took out the 2 best performers as well. Flit did it all on the lurk. And if they just followed through with the original call.
Yeah, it was just Hobbit on lower. And now Hobbit, he's enjoying by his merry men, ready to rack up another round. And this one should be easier than the last, that's safe to say. Only pistols here for forZe. Overtime screaming down the back of your neck. Gambit feel it. forZe hate it.
That's me screaming, actually.
Yeah, that's a shocker of a round to lose.
That is like so ugly and so sad.
No matter how calm you are, how cool you are, that tilts you.
I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't actually understand like what happened, because I get it. Like Flit made incredible progress up towards A, but wasn't the whole point? Well, you know, that was what he was meant to do. Well, here's the push in towards B. Flash through monster. In they go. They're going to get churned up, churned out.
Flit, done it again. This time they're committing with him, though.
Okay. Shiro's still in the site. Tucked in at water. They don't know about him. Bomb plant coming in for Jerry, but it is open for heaven. That is risky, and he's spammed to death. So now Flit dead as well. It's 14 for Gambit, and overtime is just 1 round away.
12-3 at the half, 15-8.
Gambit want to be locked in for the major, man. That's what they're looking for. They want a joy and spirit with that. If they win this, they will.
That's a pretty reasonable expectation, I'd say. Get those RMR points. Get them good. Get them now. Gambit. I mean, you got to give it to them. Like, as much as you can laugh at forZe or scratch your head or go, what the hell is going on? Gambit, they've been at the forefront of this. They've been the ones making it happen. It's not just been mistakes, it's been capitalizations on mistakes. And you want to know the best part, Harry? A lot of this in the early round, or the early CT-sided half of Gambit, was just Shiro 3-4 killing rounds, even when they lose. He's quieting down. Not because he's having a bad game, but because his team have stepped up around him. Axile's nearing 30. Nafany's no longer quiet. It's what we saw back on that game VVP, where we had players like Inters completely silent, then come in with clutch rounds to save the day. Hobbit's anchoring B has been great. And Gambit, after 12-3 half, after another 15-8, the second today to try and make it overtime. The flawless comeback. kenzie's in middle. He swaps off his gun. He could have killed him. He still does. Axel goes out into middle, and he goes out a dead man. forZe, if there ever were a time to capitalize on your wrongdoings, it would be in round 30 in a 5-on-4. But Gambit, they love a 4-on-5.
Yeah, and forZe hate them. At least if the last few rounds are anything to go by. This time, though, they're staying grouped, right? They're no longer trying to get fancy with it, with fakes getting thrown in. They're going, look, we have the advantage. Let's just trade our way to success. I think they've been guilty of outbraining themselves in a few of these rounds. And so now setting up outside the A-bomb site, Gambit do have a third man. Oh, that's the bomb going first, and now it's dropped out in the open. And now you're committed to A, and you've got to be in Jerry. Team kills kenzie. Oh, boy. Well, the bomb has been retrieved at least. That is a bit of a sigh of relief, but Hobbit's already up through connector, wrapping them, and the trade can't come in for Almeza. In the blink of an eye, Gambit are right where they want to be all over again. Shiro, missed shot on the no-scope, but it doesn't matter. The round is looking as good as done. Jerry dead, and we're going to overtime. Gambit, their second big comeback up against 15 today. This time, it cannot afford to be in vain. There's a major on the line.
Hey Future Pros! Today I thought I'd teach you all how to do the famous quad boost on Overpass. To execute this boost, you must have 5 Future Pros and 1 AWP. Future Pro number 1, you have the easy job. All you have to do is run and stand in this spot. Future Pro number 2, you will have to jump onto the head of Future Pro 1 by jumping from the railing. Future Pro number 3, now that Future Pro 2 is nice and situated, you can now jump onto their head by also jumping from the railing. This is higher than 2 people, so you'll be sliding when you jump onto their heads. Make sure you are sliding into the wall and try not to slip off. Future Pro number 4, your job is to get Future Pro 5 on top of everybody else's head. You need to crouch down and let Future Pro 5, FP5, hop onto your head and get in their spot. Lucky Future Pro number 5, you actually get to shoot something. Hop on top of your teammate's head and you should easily be able to jump on top of everybody else's. You will also be sliding when up there, but you should be able to make it around the corner while sliding into the wall. Now you'll have a clear vision to a few spots on B, so take your time and place your shot. Happy boosting.
Another 15-8 comeback from Gambit. Am I reading this correctly? I cannot believe what we've just had happen in that first half there. For Gambit, it must feel incredible to have done this not once but twice today, especially with something as big and prestigious as the major on the line. But on top of that, it's heartbreaking for forZe. They've been at 15 for so long now. They couldn't get it over the line, and if they weren't in their heads before, how are they going to fare moving into an overtime that they kept believing, was never going to arrive?
Yeah, for Gambit, you spend that 2-minute OT break celebrating, cheering it on, getting ready for the next. For forZe, you're just wondering what the hell just went on. How are you not over the line? How are you not into your evening yet? The game's rare on. The overtime has just begun. Shiro as well has had an impeccable game, but it wasn't just him towards the latter stage of that CT side. Gambit. Now, they've done this exact thing before today. Sure, not a 12-3, but another 15-8, like you said, against VP into a double overtime. They lost it there, Harry. They don't want this all to be for nothing. They don't want this all to be a repeat of history, very recent history. This time they're going to grab it by the horns, and forZe know that. Slower A take, 5 here. Everyone calculated, moving up into this top site. Shiro's ulping B right now. Axel on long has also had a stellar CT side. Nafany's back in the bomb site. Axel waits. A weird angle. If they swing wide, bullets could go into the lamppost. So yeah, he goes wider as well. They could even boost. Something forZe has been doing a lot. Instead it's Jerry, contact and dead from it. They were flashing him, but they didn't expect Axel so wide. And by surprise, he catches two, even dodges another flash. But he's cleared it out. The rest of forZe, it's obvious at this point, running up mid, and Hobbit is already activated from behind, from Connector, closing the round. This one's done. It's 16 up for Gambit.
And I can almost understand why, forZe was so obsessed with that B bomb site, because whenever they've gone for these A takes, it's been pretty ugly. And a lot of the time, Hobbit has gotten away with these very, very fast connector flanks that go completely unpunished. And they're always so damaging, it feels like, right? Like when you get into the actual site, when you're trying to take it, and you end up in that, kind of 3-on-5 mode, where maybe the first few engagements haven't gone your way, you can still turn that around, providing you're cognizant of things, like the Conrad, you have players challenging this side. That's still a saveable round, but not when this connector guy is then able to come in, remove even more players, and just collapse on you. Don't get me wrong, it's very well put together from Gambit. It's very, very suffocating. But the adaptation from forZe just hasn't really been there.
Yeah, it's too late to try and figure out what's going wrong. You've just got to grab it. Got to run with it. forZe shows some mid pressure, some mid presence, but again, it's just Flit lurking, and he's been doing this before, and he's gotten away with it. Will it be a mistake as Axel this time is ready on the edge of the smoke? That has never been something Flit's been punished for. Now it's come through. Jerry commits out Monster, but doesn't win his fight. It's a 3-on-5 for Gambit. Hobbit ready for the short lurk. It gets rid of him. They're not even in the B-bomb site yet. Finally coming out through Monster, and Hobbit's here to stop him. Kenzie hits the smoke. Now they know Inters has a one-way, and there's no getting by that. Another flawless round out of Gambit. Frazzled and dazzled the forZe as Gambit look to take this straight to the major.
This is unreal. This is crazy. I mean,
I want to wake up.
It suddenly looks like as though, like Gambit were in full control throughout, and we were all meant to go, oh yeah, that's fine, that's what it was like. Because now they're just dominantly winning stuff. And it kind of reminds me, whenever you end up losing a huge lead like this, and you do get in your own head, I hate to keep drawing parallels to it, but I'm sure you remember the Team Liquid Heroic game, how once that 1v5 happened, they were just done. They were cooked. They were out of it. Yeah. And forZe maybe even falling into that same category here, because these rounds, you're not even doing a dent. You're not even... Woo, okay. All right, there's a dent. There's a dent. Oh, but there's the response. He's buffed it right out, hasn't he, Shiro?
Yeah, he started open B in later rounds, right? Realizing that this is a lot of what Gambit forZe are doing, just going for these lower B executes, getting players out through Monster. Shiro's here to respond. So the celebrations only last for a second. Before Shiro strikes back, boost up, no one on barrels, no one to be seen by this boost. You often see teams like VP get on this boost, throw mollies on Monster side, where Shiro is now, that force him into pillar, force him into the open line of sight, but yeah, forZe don't do that. They just hope one kill comes to them. Instead, it's Inters dropping Flit, walking out Monster. At this point, you're just going for individual plays, and Axel is here to ruin your day. A backstab, and he'll just live. He won't let you go back up, Con. You're confirmed to all be lower, and there's nowhere to go but the graveyard. Zorti can take a kill with him, but it's all inevitable, and you're delaying it at this point. Out goes the AWP, backed up to safekeeping, and Zorti in an impossible 1v3.
Yeah, you've done damage, but that is, your glory. That's your stake in overtime. You got 2 kills. Unless Zorti can manage anything here. 20 seconds, he's running out of time again, and the lower that clock ticks, it doesn't even matter, because they're just going to run him down. The confidence brimming for Gambit. 18-15.
And Axel's overtaken Shiro in the frag count. 35 for him. Also been terrifying, especially on the CT side. Now we swap over. Let's remember, let's try and give a little, it's kind of hard at this point to look for positives for forZe, considering how this game has gone. Gambit got 3 rounds on their T-side regulation. This was a 12-3 half. No one was sitting here thinking, oh yeah, we were saying like Gambit, they love a comeback, but even then, right, we're not expecting it, and here we are nonetheless. Gambit's T-side was bad in the first half. Is that a problem? Or at this point, are they just so enforced by their comeback they don't care? Look at that play! Axile! That is despicable! Who cares anymore? Gambit are all over the board, and they're here to get to the major. Nothing can stop them, not with shots like that.
Yeah, forZe have got no choice but to take a bit of a gamble here. And I guess, you know, the obvious one might be to try and pad this B bomb site out a little bit after losing a player there early. But instead, they're doing the opposite. And this is because Almeza,
Nice.
all the way up through Con. He could hit this timing. Inters, you couldn't, right, if you tried. But he's wrapping
no!
Because, and this is what I was worried about when he was going through Con. He didn't hear anything. He's checked middle. There's 3 players up on A. forZe thought this was an A play. And so his flank timing that could have been golden, could have been terrific.
Still can be.
Is now a little late to the party. These guys in the site have got to hold the fort. Jerry with 1, traded after the fact. Flit holds on as well. And Almeza does drop the bomb at the back of the pack. A 2-on-3. Gambit haven't got this over the line just yet. However, they're still trying to make it happen. My God, Inter's last man and Almeza's flank. It looked like he'd missed the biscuit for a minute, but he dunks him out right at the end anyway.
Yeah, Chow's down, dinner is served, and okay, yeah, it went from bad to you know, the saving play of the round.
What is going on?
I don't know, I couldn't tell you. Bonk is Counter-Strike, there's still hope for forZe, there's still double overtime on the line. They can't win in this first bout, at least, but they can play the long game, Harry. They can play the long game. May as well keep believing. Nice try. That opening kill for Axar was despicable, man. But it wasn't enough not to get Gambit into victory lane. Orp in middle for Zorti. Flashed off, but he still scopes back up. Waits for them to meet him there. Smoke is down, though. He won't be able to get a chance to fire off. Not again. Far more methodical mid-take for Gambit than we ever really saw out of forZe. Front toilet smoke, molly towards the divider. Standard protocols, but they're going to push the AWP all the way back in. Zorti decides to re-aggress when he can. But we saw many a time where he would get flashed off in this corner of the toilets and just get rolled by Gambit. Even with a 3-round half, they were doing well at countering Zorti's AWP. He's going to drop his smoke. Watch for a boost over it, very common as well. But Gambit are deep on long, a position they didn't really use in regulation, Harry. They're about to execute. Double smoke's going over. Molly on the truck. Here come Gambit ready to close it all.
Yeah, this is them just trying to quash the resistance of forZe, stop them in their tracks. Zorti's burning alive. He will need some support, but they've slowed down the push. Now it's looking to come through with that flash. Zorti nails the first, but he is getting blocked on the dice, so he's going to keep on facing, and he didn't want to keep on facing. Shiro locks in the kill. Now it comes down to this double rotation. Kenzie and Jerry, 2-on-4 to stop the inevitable, to stop the rising tides of Gambit that have grinded their way back into this game. The all-important game for Gambit. Kenzie can't do a thing, and it's Shiro to close it. The man who did everything he could to keep them in it right at the start is the